Hey guys, make sure to stay until the end. We'll explain about common mistake people make when replacing fuses and relays that can end up you spending quite a bit of money on diagnostics tools, parts that you may not need. Make sure to stay until the end. Hey guys, welcome back to Free Car Repair. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any vehicle having a Ford Explorer, that generation here from year 2011 to year 2015. If you have a problem where your Ford Explorer cranks but does not start, it turns over but does not start, stay with us. We'll explain what we see quite often in the garage. It could be super simple fix. We'll talk about that. Also, we'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can buy cheap parts, tools, fuses, relays. That way you do not waste money and time. So let's start on it now. So before we start, let us tell you guys a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart. We show you how to fix engines, transmissions, engine lights, transmission lights, fuses, relays. Why we do all that, guys? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. By the way, check out our YouTube channels. We have, guys, more than 15,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. So let's go ahead and start on it now. So if you have a Ford Explorer that cranks but does not start, multiple things can cause that now, guys. But the first thing you want to check is your fuses, relays, for multiple systems like ignition coils, engine computers, ABS, traction control module. All these can affect the car to where it doesn't start. Fuel pump, also fuel injectors, guys. So what we need to do here, first we'll be working in 3 different fuse boxes. The first one, we need to open the driver door. Then here in the footwell compartment, if you see there's a parking brake panel. Behind it, if you look up in the dash on the left side, you have a cover. That cover, it's a black cover that looks like this one. Press these 2 tabs, pull the cover out, and you'll see a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. So let me explain why it's super important, guys, to test fuses. Fuses, not often you can see if they're burnt or they're good. Sometimes they may seem perfectly fine, you think it's a good fuse, you put it back in, and you end up spending money and time on parts and problems that do not exist, guys, when all you had to do, test your fuse, find out it's bad, replace it, fix your problem. So we will have a video how to test a fuse, okay, different kinds of fuses, and how to test relays, guys. We're going to put the link in the description of the video below, specifically to that video. Please check it out. So here, guys, okay, what we need to check, some fuses, relays as well. First one is fuse number 18 right here. You need to check that one, very important fuse, and fuse 21, that 10M fuse. Next, you need to open the hood, guys, and when you open the hood, on the driver's side, that's your car battery. Next to it, you have a fuse box. Press these 2 tabs, open that cover, and that's the main engine fuse box with a layout like this one here. Here we need to check multiple things now, guys. And we're going to start with fuse 19. So that's 18, 19 right here. Check that one. Important fuse. Relay 13 will be that relay right here. You need to, guys, check fuse 67. 68 and 69, those are engine management fuses that are very important. Also, you want to check fuse 65, that one right here, that's for fuel pump as well. Check, guys, fuse 86 right there, and you need to check fuse 90, which is right there. Now we need to, guys, check relay 15, which will be that relay right here, and you need to check relay 66. Okay, 66 will be that relay that you see right here. Next, you need to open the hood again, and on the battery, on the positive terminal, if you open that cover, you're going to see actually that's a positive battery terminal, but you have integrated fuses. Let me open a different angle. You will have fuses here and here that can cause the car, okay, not to start as well, so you need to check those 2. So if your Ford Explorer cranks but does not start, guys, other things that can cause that: you check the fuses, everything's fine, multiple things, but one we see quite often is bad fuel pump. Now, fuel pump, if it doesn't send fuel to the engine, it's not going to start. Another thing, ground wire. Problems with engine computer. Now, ignition coils, most of the times you have a V6 engine or a 4-cylinder engine in that body style, but if one ignition coil is bad, usually the car will start. If you have two bad ignition coils, the car will still start or even try to start. Fuel injectors, okay, if one goes bad, the car will still start. So it needs to be maybe a fuse for fuel injectors or ignition coils that can cause it not to start. Check fuel pressure sensor as well. That can be the cause in some cases. Another thing, ground wires, like we talked to. It could be bad computer, it could be bad ignition switch or bad key. We've seen that happen as well. But otherwise, if you don't have mechanical problems, you have compression, good compression on all cylinders, you have spark, you have fuel, it should start. If you don't have compression, multiple things can cause that, such as blown head gasket, cracked cylinder head, leaking coolant, all kind of things can cause it not to start as well, but those are the most common things we see at the garage. So guys, by the way, you have all kinds of different fuses, relays, circuit breakers, and check under the hood. It's even more complicated, guys. And even you have some special fuses, okay, like this one right here. One time we needed a replacement fuse, we couldn't get one, and we were stuck in the middle of nowhere because of that. We'll recommend to buy some, put them in the glove box for a peace of mind. We'll share the link in the description of the video below for your convenience, where you can get them at a good price, quick shipping, that way you do not waste money and time. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.